Welcome into the postgame show presented by Auto Trader. Katie, Kyle, Brian, and DeMarcus back here with you. It was a 1-1 draw, the United States and Ecuador here in Austin, Texas. What do you say, guys? We get straight into the highlights to see how this one played out tonight. And the United States and Ecuador facing off for the first time since 2019. The United States had not lost here in Austin. In their previous meetings, they hold strong, coming back from a goal deficit. But, Dunny, this game was an exciting one from the very beginning.
Ecuador defensively going into a lot of 1v1 situations. And when that happens, the connectivity in space with Flo Balogun and his individual athleticism, intelligence, his movement creates these opportunities. But Ecuador, it's about margins. And with Morton's pitching, perfectly weighted through ball, enter Valencia. He gets a great first touch, Bees, and you give him half the chance. That little half window, far post side net, his 48th goal in 101 appearances.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think he's 35, but if you look at this play right here, obviously in Morris, he takes a gamble, he doesn't win it, but this touch from Valencia right there, he puts Chris Richards off balance, and what a finish that Freeze could not even touch.
He makes it look easy.
He does. He does not look 35, I'll tell you that.
The U.S., though, trying to respond and does essentially within a minute, Kyle, right after that goal.
Absolutely incredible save there as they get back in the game. And how quickly he gets down. Gets a little love from the post, but, I mean, just phenomenal.
A quick little transition, a pivot, Max Larson down that left-hand side. The deflection on the way in, and Galindez, once again, back-to-back fantastic touches and saves right there. Window washer pushing it past the outside of that left post.
Dunny, you said while watching this game, there was a lot to like about what you saw from the United States. Specifically, what impressed you the most?
Oh, I love the press. I love the intensity. I love the margins for error were so slim that the United States was doing to Ecuador what Ecuador was doing to them. They had the combativeness, and maybe he was lenient at VAR at the intervention, but I love the patience of Tillman to recognize that he's got to place the ball perfectly for Flo Balogun to get his second goal back-to-back matches, and now 8 goals in 20 appearances.
Yeah, I think they deserved that goal. I think from the first half and the second half, yeah, there were some mistakes here and there, but that's the game of football. The game of football is a game of mistakes. But in that second half, there was only one team that was going to try to win this match, and that was USA. Unfortunately, it's a friendly and only got, in hindsight, a point, but at the same time, I thought in that second half, they looked still lively. The energy that came from the bench, they brought a spark to the game as well. Just unfortunate that they couldn't get the second.
The word I have is complete. You know, I feel like we've seen the U.S. good in pockets, right? It's like a great 20 minutes here, a great 20 minutes there. But that was all game long. Attention to detail, you know, not putting their heads down when they conceded, right? There's adversity, there was fight, they met it. And what did Ecuador do? They kind of backed down. They met a U.S. team that I think surprised them a little bit, and how consistent, how competitive, how combative they were. It was a great performance.
And it looks like we have none other than Weston McKennie joining us here at the desk. Thank you so much for taking some time and coming over. Weston, take us back out onto the pitch during this one. How did it play out from your perspective, and what did your side do so well?
No, I think, I mean, it was a game where I felt like we dominated. I think they're a dangerous team on transitions and dangerous whenever we gave them the opportunity to be dangerous off of our own mistakes. They have talented players on the wings and in behind. They're fast. But I think we moved the ball well. I think we could have exploited them a little bit more behind with some of the speed that we have up top. But overall, I'm happy that we were able to get one back. And obviously we want to win the game, but that's football, and we'll look over it and see what we can do better for the next one.
Weston, we were talking in the pregame show about your performance at Villarreal, your performance against AC Milan, and then stepping onto the field today, you were flying. You were all over the place. Talk to us a little bit about this formation and how you fit within the system that we saw on both sides of the ball.
No, I feel like I mean, you guys have seen my career. I can play kind of anywhere, I feel like. Wherever the coach needs me to play, I'll play. I like the position where I'm at right now under Poch, because it gives me the liberty and the freedom to move forward, to run in behind. I don't mind playing a 6 role, depending on what the characteristics of the people around me are. That may say if someone that likes to sit back a little bit more allows me to be a little bit more free. If I need to sit, you know, I'm someone that likes to just be able to run around and you know, obviously helping the team in any way I can, but let my energy out, I guess you can say.
Yeah, dude, I saw this to you at training the other day. You're the fittest I've ever seen you, man. You look excellent. What's going on? What's the routine?
Kyle wants in on this.
Yeah, I need some help.
I think finally my genetics are kicking in.
What?
My genetics are kicking in finally. No, I've just been, you know, I had a preseason, a long preseason. My coach back at Juventus, Tudor, you know, really put pressure on me and said, hey, you're getting older and your body's not going to be able to bounce back from games the way that you used to be able to, and you need to cut down some weight, and that's the only way you're going to be involved with this team. So, I mean, put my head down, work like I usually do, got on a diet, don't snack as much anymore. If I do, it's healthy snacks, and I work out more often. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing, and a lot of running.
Just with this game, what do you take from this game going into Australia, knowing that you had a good performance, the whole team? We thought that you guys were the better team for sure. But what do you take from this game leading into Australia?
I think one of the biggest things that we could have done better today was second balls, winning second balls and just being in the right positions at times with second balls. But, you know, I hope we take confidence. I hope we take the you know, adrenaline from this game, you know, playing forward, rotating the ball, having patience with the ball, and just always trying to be dangerous. I think I'd much rather, you know, have a game like this but take chances than lose a game where we're not taking any chances at all. So, I mean, Coach always says it. We want to be attacking. We want to be offensive. We want to be on the half turn in the pockets. We want to play forward and try and, you know, penetrate the back line. So I think that's one of the biggest things that we want to take to
what
the
about Ballo? I mean, he was a handful tonight.
Yeah, no. Whenever he's able to use his speed and get in behind the line, I think he's so hard to track, so hard, and that's what we try to tell him to do a lot. And today he did very well with holding the ball as well. You know, any balls that we played whenever we had trouble in the back and played up top, he was holding them very well, which, you know, having a 9 like that, you know, it gives a lot of relief to the team. You know, it takes a lot of pressure off the team as well. So I think he did a brilliant job today in that.
Listen, there's always challenges to each cycle, and not having World Cup qualifying kind of throws a weird nuance to the conversation. Now that you're facing all of these teams that are already qualified for the World Cup, how do you describe the sense of urgency in terms of the 90-minute performance, but overall understanding the World Cup roster?
You know, I think obviously I'm someone that just kind of goes with the flow of things. I think the coaching staff and the coaches will all come to their decision at some point. But I think obviously with the World Cup coming around the corner, we you know, there's a bit of urgency, and we want to kind of get a group together that's going to be, you know, kind of a group and understand and be able to play with each other and understand each other, how everyone moves, how everyone, you know, runs, passes, everything like that. So there's a little bit of urgency, but obviously it's not my place and my decision to make a comment on that.
Can you give Dunny your dietitian?
Oh, I need it.
I'm just saying. I mean,
team back fat.
Take his shirt off right now.
Down here.
No, I'm the captain of team back fat. So yeah,
Hey, this summer was the first summer I don't mind taking my shirt off at the pool. So
Congrats, man. Great performance today,
Appreciate the
dude.
time. Thank you so much.
thank you. Appreciate it.
The United States, a 1-1 draw against Ecuador here in Austin, Texas. The first time that they played Ecuador since 2019. We have so much more to come here on the post-match presented by Auto Trader, including more interviews live from the field. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.